Yo, all right, what's going on, fam? Wanted to show an old classic episode of The Crispy Show and all that good stuff. Um, Speaking of The Crispy Show, I'm thinking next week I might have a Crispy-thon for those who haven't seen all the Crispy episodes. I'm thinking next week, like before the show Sunday, I might have a Crispy-thon. Just have all the episodes playing all day Sunday leading up to the night show. And the Crispy-thon will be hosted by Crispy and Rolly the Boule Bird. I'm thinking about doing that for next week. The Crispy-thon will be hosted by the Boule Bird, Rolly, and Crispy the Puppet. Excuse me, I might just do that for next week. I'll keep you guys posted on that. And also what I'm going to do Wednesday. Hold on, I'm just getting shit together here. What I might do on Wednesday, let me get my clothes together, man. My clothes looking like I just got through working at a damn insurance company or some shit. But Wednesday, I might release one of my lectures on YouTube for free. Possibly Wednesday. I keep you guys posted on that. Get my clothes together, man. My clothes feel like I'm about to go to church or some shit almost. Alright. I'm trying to see what's going on in the chat room. My connection is acting real funny style. You guys can see me good and everything, right? I'm trying to get up in this chat room. I can't see nobody. Hold on. Welcome to the Tariq Nasheed Show. Okay, there you go. There you go. I see everybody now. I couldn't see nobody chatting. All right, before I get started with what I do, let me make some, let me get some people modded up in the room. Let me see who's familiar in the room. Oh, I see Texas Lady. I'm definitely going to make her a mod. Jazzy Noop. I'm going to make Jazzy Noop a mod. He's thorough. Who else am I going to mod up in the room? Who else am I going to mod up in the room? Who's familiar? Wish Ola was in here. Ola, you in here? Let me see. I'm trying to look for some familiar names in here. One more person. Let me see who's familiar. What's up, DC Cook? Did I make you one, D Cook? All right, let me get D Cook in the house. Hold on. I made D Cook a mod, so we good. We should be good to go. Ola should be here in a minute. All right. A lot of stuff we need to talk about. On tonight's show. Where's Aki? I know Aki should be up in here somewhere. Well, we got a lot of folks calling. The phone lines are lit up. Let me see how many people in the room. Okay, we almost got 1,000 people in the room already, so it's about to be lit, which is a great thing. A lot of stuff I want to talk about. You know, we all know about what's going on out there in Charlotte. We know about what's happening with brothers getting executed. Before we talk about what's going on in Charlotte, we know what's going on over in Tulsa. Brother named Terrence Crutcher, he was shot. They arrested, well, I won't say arrested, they charged, because they didn't really arrest her. She turned herself in, did a little, they made her do the mandatory mugshot. And she got out in like 20 minutes, so that wasn't really an arrest. They booked and charged and booked a female officer for shooting an innocent unarmed black man in Tulsa, Oklahoma. The brother had car trouble. He was walking the cops came, surrounded the brother. They had helicopters, and it was just really overkill. They executed this brother. They tried to lie, saying that he reached in the car trying to grab something. They didn't find a gun on him. They didn't find anything on him. The window was actually rolled up. So, they got caught up in a lot of lies, but they're going to wiggle themselves out of it. So they released the body cam, and they charged one officer. Now, right there, the fix is in. The fix is in already. Already the fix is in. Let me tell y'all what the game is. See, look, the system is just completely rigged in favor of white supremacy. That's the problem. Whenever people talk shit about, well, just let the system, they definitely want, the system is flawed in favor of white supremacy. Of course they want to go through the system. The system is flawed for us, but it's rigged in their favor. So they always want you to go through the system. Of course they want you to go through the current system we have, which is the system of white supremacy. We do not have a justice system. And it's rigged. They charged the woman with a bullshit charge. They got her for one count of first-degree manslaughter. There should have been other... Look, if they want to charge somebody and really prosecute them, they would. All right, when black folks do shit, we get charged with unlawful use of a weapon, manslaughter, conspiracy, RICO statute. We get all types of charges. So they do this, man. These prosecutors and these DAs, they throw little softball charges at people knowing that they're going to get tossed out. They half-ass prosecute, just like with the Trayvon Martin case. They half-ass prosecuted that case and basically allowed George Zimmerman to walk free. They do that. That's how white supremacy works. They will sacrifice that L for the greater good of white supremacy. What's up, everybody in the UK? But this lady, her name is Betty Shelby. I think that's her name. Isn't that the woman's name? Betty Shelby, the suspected white female race soldier who killed our brother, Terrence. And let me tell y'all something. This is how much they have the game rigged. First, it's difficult enough just to get somebody charged. Once they get charged, then you got the possibility of one of the judges to just throw it out. Usually what they'll do, they will opt for a bench trial. These race soldiers, that's what they do. They got it rigged. They will opt for a bench trial so they don't have to deal with the jury. They have to just deal with one judge. It's up to the judge's decision. That's what they did in Baltimore. Most of the cops, except one, but most of them opted for a bench trial. And they know a lot of those judges are beholden to the police unions because these police unions have these judges in their pockets. All right, we got to watch those police unions. That's something that a lot of folks don't focus on. These police unions are a major problem. That's the common denominator in a lot of these situations. These unions are funding people, funding their defense. These unions know how to rig shit. They have politicians in their back pocket. And that black judge in Baltimore, he kept letting everybody off for killing Freddie Gray. Now, these people are beholden to these unions. Also, these judges are beholden to the unions. I look at a lot of the donations and the contributions that judges get, and many of these police unions, they put money on these judges' elections. So they got these judges in their pocket. So let's say even if they went for a jury trial, even if a jury says, hey, she's guilty, you'll have a judge who will be like, okay, I'm going to throw the conviction out and just give probation. That's what they did with Peter Liang. That's the same thing they did with Peter Liang up in New York. A jury convicted this dude. The prosecutor, that coon Ken Thompson prosecutor out there, recommended that they don't give him jail time, and the judge says, all right, no jail time for the guy who killed the black person. So they got it rigged. The game is rigged. If they really wanted to get him, they will. It would be a number of charges. They know how to get somebody if they really want them. When you see somebody get murdered and then they lie on the police report, and that's another thing. They should have been. All of those officers should have been charged for being complicit. They lied on the police report. There's all types of crimes they committed in that whole mix there. There's all types of charges they could have thrown on top of that, but when they throw out one little bullshit-ass charge, they want that. They're like, let's just quiet these niggas down so they don't show out and act up. So when we throw the case later on down the line, they can't go out there and riot and have a fit because, hey, we tried. We went through the system. Hey, what can we do? It's wink, wink, wink. Man, dude, real talk, Texas lady, could have perjury, murder, manslaughter, criminal negligence. They throw those charges on us. Dude, look at Bobby Smurda. Bobby Smurda never committed a crime. They charged him with shit that his friends did. They charged him with shit that his friends did. And he got 7 years. And the mushmouth lawyers, that's another thing, man. That's another thing. Y'all, from what I understand, did the Terrence guy, did his family come out talking that forgiveness shit? Somebody told me, I didn't hear it for myself, but somebody told me that Terrence Crutcher's family was on some forgiveness shit. Somebody said, and I heard this, I didn't hear it for myself. I want to know if y'all heard that. I didn't hear it from myself, but somebody in his family, from what I heard, there's been so many news stories coming out, it's hard to keep up with them. And I hope not, man. Y'all really got to cut that bullshit out. From what I understand, I think my brother, Darren Seals, at his funeral, I heard from a couple of people, I don't know how true this is, but I think Darren Seals' dad, and I don't know for sure, got up there talking about he forgives whoever did it, whoever killed Darren Seals. I hope not. I'm hearing shit like this. They did not. Okay. So I don't know. Because sometimes people say stuff and you don't know what's true and what's not true. Yeah, my man, I know Terrence Crutcher, his family, they were out there with Benjamin Crump. And look, no disrespect to Benjamin Crump. Benjamin Crump seems like a nice guy. But Benjamin Crump, he don't win nothing. And Benjamin might be looking. I think Benjamin follows me on one of my social media, and I'm not knocking that, brother. I'm not knocking you, brother. More power to you. But Benjamin Crump, I think people, because his name is out there, he shows up, and then the family, they kind of gravitate towards him because he can get the media coverage. But my dude don't be winning shit. And my man he can't articulate himself that well. So, no, I wouldn't say the dude's an agent. I'm not saying that. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. But I don't know if Benjamin Crump is instrumental in getting people settlements. That I don't know. I don't know if he's instrumental. I'm going to talk to Tamir Rice's mom and ask her was he instrumental in getting that settlement for them? Her cousin should be in here. If you in here, let me know you're in here, sister, because I know Samaria's wife, Samaria Cousins, she listens to this show. Kwani, you in here? If you're in here, Kwani, let me know what's up. If Benjamin Crump was instrumental in the family getting that paper. Because Benjamin, he don't be articulating himself. Now, the family in Charlotte, my brother Keith Scott, the brother who got shot out there by the race soldiers, and they tried to lie. They got a lawyer out there. They got a couple of lawyers. There's a white lawyer I saw for the Scott family in North Carolina, and is this Albie Shore looking dude, kind of a younger brother. He's the lawyer, and that brother, man, he can articulate himself, but the dude, what's that brother's name? I don't want to, and I'm not trying to disparage the brother. What's the brother's name who's the lawyer for the Scott families? The light-skinned brother. They got a couple of lawyers. They got one middle-aged white guy, and they got this kind of younger light-skinned dude. And I want to say his name is Jeff something. I can't think of his name. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The Albie Shore looking nigga. Look kind of like Albie Shore mixed with French Montana. And the dude, he's too passive for me. Yeah, a lot of people say I should have been a lawyer. Yeah. But the dude is a little too passive for me. The dude is a little bit too passive. I've seen him do interviews, and let me tell y'all, black lawyers something, black representatives something. Listen, when you're out here representing the family against these race soldiers, y'all going to have to start framing the narrative yourself. Because what happens is all of these other lawyers for these race soldiers, these police unions who are repping these race soldiers, they immediately go out there and they start framing the narrative in their favor. This brother, man, he goes on TV and he's too goddamn neutral about everything. When you get out there, brother, you're supposed to be framing the narrative. You're supposed to be framing the goddamn narrative. You can't be on this soft, passive bullshit, man. Brother, you gotta frame that narrative. Because when he's Justin Bamberg, yeah, I think that's his name. I knew it started with a J. Justin Bamberg, Bamberg. The brothers, you're too fucking passive, man. They're talking. I'm seeing him doing interviews with people, and the interviewers, and understand, these news outlets, they're trying to frame the narrative to protect these race soldiers, too. They're like, well, the police said he had a gun, and the police said, there was a threat there, and how does the family feel? And the lawyer, the Justin guy, well, we're just trying to wait for the facts, and we're trying to. No, nigga. Dude, no. Frame the narrative. They're framing the narrative on you, and you just sitting there letting them do it. Bring that shit back to the injustice that happened. Brother, you got to play chess, man. Black folks, black people get around white people and kind of choke up a little bit. And get scared and try not to be offensive. You're supposed to frame the narrative. If I'm the lawyer for the family, dude, tell us on the tape. You're supposed to be like, look, the family has viewed the tape. In the tape, we clearly see that Mr. Scott was not a threat whatsoever. You got to be very definitive because that's what's on the tape. Don't be, this nigga is talking about, well, we saw the tape and nobody could determine what was in his hand. And, we're just waiting on more facts. The fuck is you talking about? The other side, they're being very definitive about what's not there. They're talking about, well, we don't know if he pointed a gun at the cop or not. The video, dude, Understand, remember, before the videos were released of what happened, these unions and all these people, these union bosses and all of these other cops kept coming out talking about damn Keith Scott pointed a gun. They were like, yeah, well, Keith Scott pointed a gun at the cops. Their lives were in danger, so they had to, they had to act in self-defense. They were acting like that man jumped out of a car, pointed the gun, and was about to shoot, leaving it up to them. Then when word got out that the tape might get out, they started backing up a little bit. We're not quite sure. The videos aren't definitive. They start pulling back a little bit. You see? So, because they were saying shit like, well, the cops were talking about, well, the video, we're not sure if it shows him pointing a gun or not. We're not sure. And as long as they got the word pointing a gun at, as long as they get that out there, they're putting that in the mind of people. They're putting that in the mind of people. So my man, the lawyer, black lawyer, and the white lawyer is more thorough than him. Now, the white lawyer is more definitive and confident about what he's saying. But that soft lawyer shit, that's why Benjamin Crump don't be winning nothing. Benjamin, and more power to the brother. I don't like to shit on another black man, but he can barely articulate himself, let alone go in. You got to verbally be on point when you're dealing with these people and be on your toes. Benjamin Crump be sounding like Stephen Fetcher. Well, we got to do, we're going to look into it, and we're going to try to get to the evidence. Dude, come on, man. Y'all got to be like laser beams on these white supremacists out here when they frame the narrative. When they start talking this stupid shit, talking about, well, Keith Scott got out the car and, he was a threat to the officers and he didn't obey commands. Y'all supposed to reel that back in. Say, hey, look, these officers out here, the man was not a threat, as we can see in the video. And oftentimes, police officers will yell out certain things in order to justify harming a suspect or a perceived suspect. You're supposed to frame that narrative and tell the truth. If you look at the video of my man, and I'm not playing all that shit. I'm not going to play it because we've seen it enough. With Keith Scott, the cops were out there yelling, put down the gun, put down the gun, put down the gun. And the race soldiers and the white supremacists, they'll try to use that. Well, look, they were giving him a command. They were giving him a command, so he didn't follow the commands. That's a bunch of game. That's a trick they do to yell out certain things in order to justify harming somebody. It's the same thing as beating somebody up saying, stop resisting, hey, stop resisting, stop trying to grab my gun. They did that to a brother in Jersey. They pulled up on this brother in Jersey, started gaffling him up, and they were yelling out, all the cops started yelling, stop resisting, stop trying to grab my gun. The brother's like, I'm not doing nothing. Stop resisting, stop trying to grab our gun. That's a trick. Anybody can yell out something, and the news media knows that. See, understand, the media, man, is the propaganda wing of white supremacy. All Nazi systems, they have a propaganda wing. They've been looking out for these race soldiers. They're talking about the man had a blunt in the car. Who in the fuck is this? Hold on. Hello? Hello? Who is this? Hello? Who is this? Is this the fucking Uber driver? Hold on, this must be the Uber. Oh, okay, no wonder it's the Uber driver calling me. And I'm like, who the hell is this? All right, sweetie.
Bye.
All right, you all right? You feel better?
Yeah.
Okay, baby.
It's clean down here.
I know. All right, baby, be safe. All right, yeah, that's the Lyft driver for my daughter. I'm like, who in the... She's like, I'm here. I'm like, who is this? I'm like, okay, throwing me off my game. Because my daughter, she uses Lyft and Uber, but you know, it's my account. So whenever they get here, they call me, and you know, they be calling from different numbers. And I'm like, some chick calling, telling me, hey, I'm here. Hey, Tariq, I'm outside. I'm like, hold on. I'm thinking, did I get me a little low-key side piece somewhere? No. But what was I saying? Y'all know that I got thrown off a little bit. What was I saying? Let me turn my fan around. Hold on, family. Hold on 1 second, family. Y'all give me a break. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. There we go. All right, get a little air on me. All right. All right. Yeah, but this was a female driver, so she was cool. But like I said, man, these cops will do that. They'll yell out certain commands just so they can justify harming you. That's a trick. Anybody can yell out something. That doesn't mean that the person they're yelling at is doing what they're yelling. As a matter of fact, when they're yelling something over and over again like that, that's usually suspicious. They were planning on killing that man. And another thing, you saw how they lied and said that it was a black cop who did it. You don't see the black cop in none of those videos shooting nobody. You don't see the black cop nowhere. It was a black dude who popped up after the shooting, but right when the shooting was about to happen, all you see are the white cops. Okay, Anonymous, what are you posting up, man? Hold on. Okay, that's that rape video. Yeah, yeah, there's a video going around of allegedly, well, it's not true, of a New York cop raping a 15-year-old black girl. Now, in a jail cell. Now, the video, nobody knows where it's from. There's a lot of misinformation about the video. It's circulating. Now, number one, the video is not a New York cop. And the girl doesn't look black either. It's a white dude in the video. It's a white dude in a police uniform, and there's a jail cell, and there's a young lady there. Nobody knows how old she is. Nobody knows anything about it. And he's a white guy. The girl you don't know if she's black or not, but it says a New York cop, but it's not really a New York cop. It is not a South African cop either. No, it's not from South Africa. That's another thing. People think it is from South Africa, but it is not, because there is a case in South Africa where this guy raped a 15-year-old in jail, but that guy is like a mixed guy. He's like East Indian mixed with British or something. So that's not the same guy in the video. So the South Africa thing, that's not real either. Also, the South Africa rape case, that wasn't caught on film. Got it? So a lot of people are incorrectly saying that it is from South Africa, and that's incorrect. It is not from South Africa. It is not from South Africa. So nobody knows. Somebody said that it might be a fetish porn video. That hasn't been proven. So nobody knows where this video is from, but it's not from South Africa. That is incorrect. It is not from South Africa. Man. I don't know where, that's what I'm saying. Nobody know. I don't know where it's from. I don't know the legitimacy of it. We got to understand. We got to be careful, because a lot of times people put fake shit on the internet. Y'all remember a couple of days ago during the uprising in Charlotte, there were people posting videos of what was going on, and also people were posting fake videos or unrelated videos. There was a video of some black dudes kicking a white homeless guy, and they were saying that it was from the Charlotte protest, and it was not. It was an old video that was filmed in England. So the white supremacists are very good at throwing lies in the mix and getting shit confused. So the white supremacists are very good at throwing disinformation out there. So this whole thing about this guy raping a black teen in a jail cell, number one, he's not a New York cop. He's not a black teen. We don't know how old she is. We don't know if the video is real. It's definitely not from South Africa. The guy who they're talking about in South Africa is not white. So we don't know where the video is from as of now. We don't know where it's from as of now. But they knew if they just put a provocative title on it, New York cop rapes black girl, they knew that it would go viral just by that title. You got to understand, the white supremacists are very slick, man. They're very slick. And we got to understand how they play chess and we play checkers. They play chess and we play checkers. Did y'all see one of these Trump campaign chiefs out there in Ohio? It was an elderly white lady who was a Trump campaign manager, regional manager for Ohio somewhere. And she made some anti-black remarks. What was that lady's name? Let me give y'all some game about that. That was a bunch of game too. Yeah, she said racism started with Obama. Let me find that real quick. Let me find that. I'm gonna post that up real quick for those who haven't seen it. Give me a couple of seconds. Let me get a call while I'm doing that. What's up? Who's calling? All right. This person is not on the phone. I get a call in a minute. Let's try it again. All right. What's up? Who's calling?
Hey, what's going on, Tariq? Alan Lee calling out of Providence, Rhode Island.
Hey, man, how you doing?
Hey, what's going on? I just want to let you know, man, I'm a big fan. You know, I see no Hidden Colors, and I really think you're doing a lot for the community. You know, you got a good eye for this stuff.
Man, much respect, man. Much respect, family. All right, so what else is on your mind?
You know, nothing else on my mind. I actually just want to, see if I can show you some support. I got a video on YouTube after watching Hidden Colors, and I feel real inspired, you know. Whenever you're not, whenever you're not busy, I don't want to push nothing upon you. You know, maybe you can give it an eye and let me know how you like it.
Well, like, is it spoken word? What is it? Poetry? What is it?
Yeah, it's more of a poetry with a little beat on it, but the beat's not really it's more in the background just to hear my voice more.
Okay, and what's the name of the video again?
It's Alan Lee One Shot.
Okay. And where you from again, brother?
I'm from Providence, Rhode Island.
Oh, okay. Well, what's going on out there in Rhode Island?
Not much, you got a lot of fans out here in Rhode Island, too, you got a lot of fans.
Yeah, man, I got to get out there to Rhode Island and chop it up with the family, man. I got to get on out there, man. My man Tim Boss
because
is out there,
how it is out here, they don't really, they're not really into the black stuff, like even in school, they teach about that Christopher Columbus, all that other stuff. Like, they don't like teaching about blacks.
Yeah, I can imagine. But
that's how it is in the school system.
Okay, but anyway, man, I want people to check out your video. I got a little clip of your video right here. I'm going to play for the family of you doing some spoken word right here. And this is hot, man. Hold on.
He took me to his crib, he took me to his house, and I don't give a fuck, he fucked me on the fucking couch. I called Big Dog when the bitch put me out, and I don't give a fuck, cause I'm still staying stout. I hear y'all talking shit, and y'all on that lame shit. I don't give a fuck, bitch, and I got my game, bitch. I don't give a fuck, wait, and I ain't no lame, bitch. Cause me and Big Dog while we doing this shit. Come on, dog. What you saying?
I wanna know ya.
Come on.
Girl, I wanna know ya.
Hey, man, it's popping right there. There you go, man. My nigga got it in. My nigga got it all the way in. Oh man, well I'm trying to find this video. I'm trying to see if I can download the video of that lady I was talking about working for Trump. Hold on one second. It's downloading now. All right, I'm getting it popping right now. Let me get another call while I'm doing that. Yo, excuse me. What's up? Who's calling?
Hey, what's going on with Street, man?
What's up, man? Who is this?
These are from Memphis.
Hey, man, how you doing, fam?
Man, pretty good, man. I had 2 quick questions to ask.
Go ahead, fam.
How I tried to do my research, but I know you probably more well versed. How true is it as far as all the presidents being related and going back to Philip of Macedonia?
That I've heard that. I've heard that theory before, and they've traced Obama's lineage back to some of that shit, but through his mom and all that. So I've heard that, but it is what it is, dude. Yeah, I don't put too much stock in that, because that's not going to help us in the long run. I'm like, what can we do right now to protect ourselves from systematic white supremacy and this aggressive white supremacy? So that's where my focus is I don't get into that old Alex Jones shit. Obama, the family coming to the Rothschild birth, the bloodline of the Rockefellers, they're all in the whole same family, it's a whole conspiracy. You can't be in the family if you're not a part of the bloodline. That's why they're taking over the government and the Jews and the Black Lives Matter and George Soros. That Alex Jones ass bullshit, So yeah, don't get into that. We need to figure out what we're gonna do about these damn race soldiers now. All right? Thanks for the call, bro. Oh yeah, don't get caught up in that Alex Jones, the Illuminati, the Bilderbergers, the Illuminati, the Trilateral Commission, George Soros. Oh, shit. Yeah, don't get caught up in that. Don't get caught up in that, man. Do not get caught up in that. Man. But let me play this video. This lady, her name is Kelly something. Hold on. She's a Trump campaign manager or something like that. Let me give y'all some game. And they put her out there to purposely say something slick about black folks. Understand this. The white supremacists are not dumb. They know what to say and what not to say. Okay? Just like it was a baseball player, a white major league player in Seattle. He just made some slick comments about black folks on his Twitter. He tweeted some real slick shit, come on, black thugs and black people looting. Said some real greasy shit about black folks. And they reprimanded him and all that. But the thing is, the white supremacists are sly like foxes. The guy, first of all, this baseball player, he's like a low-level player. He was on his way out the door. He's 30. He's about to be out the door. He's not a very good player. He's about to be out the door. He knows he's about to be out. And what he's doing, when white supremacists are about to lose their mainstream job, when they're about to lose their main source of income, they always go for the white supremacist crowd money. That Fox News money. There's always some money waiting on them for saying something slick about somebody black. There's a career in that shit. You look at Fox News. Fox News is full of rejects from other parts of media. When Geraldo's bitch ass, his talk show, and he jumped the shark, when his shit fell off, he became a joke in mainstream media. He goes over to Fox. There's a new life at Fox. What's that guy? What's that other white supremacist over there at Fox? He used to do the whole Fox thing. All of them are just, what's that guy? He used to be a morning radio jock. He couldn't rock with the radio jock shit no more, so he reinvented himself as a shield, a white supremacist commentator. Again, Mark Furman, that's another one. That's what right-wing, far white ring radio, they get the rejects. Opie and Anthony Camilla. He's another one. He's always trolling me on Twitter. But he got fired from Sirius. So now he goes full white supremacy. That's all he does is sit and talk white supremacist shit. And that's where he gets his bread and butter. Glenn Beck, that's his name. Glenn Beck was like a goofball radio shock jock. So that's where they get their money. Talking greasy about black folks after their main career has failed. You dig? So now, you got to understand, when they say something slick about black folks, these people are being strategic. Sometimes they will sacrifice themselves for the greater good of the whole. This is what they did with this lady. Her name is Kelly Miller or something like that. I'm going to play a clip of her. But this Kelly lady, they purposely sent her out. The Trump people sent her out to say something slick about black folks. Because understand, Trump knows that his bread and butter is the white supremacist crowd. That's his base. He's running on white supremacy. So Trump can't say nothing greasy now because he's trying to be like, well, I'm not a racist. I didn't do anything. I'm not a racist. Now, we know he's a flaming white supremacist based on his lawsuits of him discriminating against black people. That's not deniable. His dad, from what we know, was a Klan member. People who work for Trump says he's made anti-black comments. So this is not, the shit that he did with the Central Park Five, helped demonize black men in New York back in the 90s. So this man has been very detrimental to black society for years. So now he'll get other people to do the dirty work for him. It's a game of chess. You put some pawns out there, some deliberate pawns to get knocked down, but that's going to be for the greater good. Once they get out there and do what they're supposed to do, you can knock the pawn down, but what they did is already out there, and that's just letting the white supremacists know that Trump is still on your side. Got it? So understand the dog whistles. It ain't even dog whistles. So they put people out there to say something slick. Now listen to this lady. This lady was a Trump campaign person.
I don't think there was any racism until Obama got elected. That we never had problems like this. I'm in the real estate industry. There's none. Now, with the people with the guns and shooting up neighborhoods and not being responsible citizens, that's a big change. And I think that's the philosophy that Obama has perpetuated on America. And if you're black and you haven't been successful in the last 50 years, it's your own fault. I think that when we look at the last 50 years, where are we and why? We have 3 generations of all still having unwed babies, kids that don't go through high school. I mean, when do they take responsibility for how they live? I think it's due time, and I think that's good that Mr. Trump is pointing that out.
All right. So she hit all those white supremacist talking points. All right. And let me tell you something. The Guardian, they were in on it too. Don't let them fool you. Don't let them people, he's making them faces and all that. They're in on it too. Don't let them fool you. They're in on that shit too. They're in on it too. Let's come on, black folks. Come on, let's wake up. But her saying that shit, they deliberately let her say that. They deliberately put her out there to say that. Now, they made a whole big thing that she had to resign. She said that, and she resigned. She had to resign from her post. This woman was a volunteer. You understand what I'm saying? So her resigning, she was a volunteer. She wasn't working. She wasn't on nobody's payroll. She was a volunteer. See, don't let nobody fool you. I'm like, when I found that, I'm like looking at her background. I'm like, okay, she didn't get punished saying that. So that was a chess move. That was a chess move for the Trump voters. He's playing dumb. They know that was a bunch of fucking game. She basically wrapped up all of those white supremacists talking points about black people. They've been saying that for the last 50 years. Welfare, single mothers. If black folks aren't successful, they're just not responsible. They give them the mic intentionally. He knew she was going to say that. They knew she was going to say that. But they'll put that out there, and then everybody, oh, why did she say that? Well, she's going to have to resign, but it's out there now. And Trump's name is on it. So that's a dog whistle to let all the Trump voters know we're going to do something about the blacks. The blacks are the problem. We're running on that Southern strategy. Blame everything on the blacks. That's the campaign we're running. It's that Nixon Southern strategy. You gotta blame everything on the blacks. They said that literally. Atwater, that guy was a campaign guy for Nixon, and he said it. He laid it out. With our strategy, we can't go around saying nigga, nigga, nigga. We can't do that. He said this. This guy admitted this in the 80s. Somebody secretly recorded him, and he admitted this. But he talked about how to win the white supremacist vote, the silent majority, just blame everything on black people. You can't go out and say nigga, nigga, nigga. No. You can't do that. You got to be more sophisticated. You got to use code words. Welfare, crime. He said this. Let me find a clip of him saying that. Hold on. Let me see if I can find a clip. Lee Atwater, Southern Strategy. Okay. Let me see if I can play a clip interview. Okay. This is Lee Atwater. Hold on. This is audio of it. Now let me break it down. Now, Lee Atwater, he was a campaign consultant. He worked for Ronald Reagan. And this is an interview he did in 1981, like 30-something years ago. And he talked about the Southern strategy of how they get the white supremacist vote. I hope y'all can hear the audio pretty good. Hold on one second. He said, lays out how Republicans can win the vote of racists without sounding racist themselves.
Here's how I would approach that issue as a statistician. Right?
Okay, remember this audio is from 1981, so I'll kind of give y'all a commentary on what the guy is saying. But they've been using this strategy for years.
Or no, as a psychologist, which I'm not, is how abstract you handle the race thing. Oh.
Now, he said you got to be abstract when you handle the race thing. Because he knows that there's millions of white supremacists in this country. He knows that. So we got to get that vote and let them know we're on their side. Now, back in the day, they can just go around saying, hey, fuck these niggas, vote for me. These niggas, we're gonna fuck these niggas up, vote for me. And they can't do that no more. They got to be more sophisticated. So here we go.
Start out, and now y'all want to quote me.
Oh, now, he said, don't quote me on this, because he was doing an interview and he thought that he was going to get some white supremacists that were on code with him. And every blue moon, there's some people who will go off code and out another white supremacist. We need more white people doing this. Very rarely do white people who's supposed to be good white people do this. That's one thing you can do for black folks. Fuck all that marching around and all that goofy shit. If you want to help black folks, we need y'all doing this. Give us some intel. Out these white supremacists who are in power. Out these politicians who are white supremacists. Out these employers who are white supremacists. Shout out to the people who outed Paula Deen. It was white people who outed her. We need more of that. And he was like, we're talking off record here.
Start out in 1954 by saying nigger, nigger, nigger.
Hold on.
You handle the race thing. In other words, you start out, and now y'all want to quote me. You start out in 1954 by saying nigger, nigger, nigger. By 1968, you can't say anything, but that hurts your back.
All right. He said in 1954, and this was a very well-respected campaign politician, by the way. He was very well-respected. Lee Atwater, very well-respected. He said in 1954 and 1955, you could say nigga, nigga, nigga. He said, yeah, in 1954, you could say nigga, 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 and you get the vote. In 1968, you can't do that no more. You can't do that no more. That's going to hurt you.
1954 by saying nigger, nigger, nigger. By 1968, you can't say anything, but that hurts your backfire. So you say stuff like forced busing, states' rights, and all that stuff. And you're getting so abstract now. You're talking about cutting taxes.
All right, let's get on that. That's another thing. States' rights. A lot of black folks don't catch shit like this. Back in the 60s, the white supremacists would go around in the late 60s talking about, we want states' rights. We want states' rights because the federal government was protecting black folks to a certain degree. When you saw black children getting walked to school and bused to school, you had those federal troops protecting them. So all of the white supremacists said, hey, we don't want to be governed by the federal government. We want to have states' rights so we can beat these niggas' asses whenever we feel like it. We don't want the federal government telling us we can't beat the niggas here. So that's what states' rights is. States' rights mean we want the right in our state to beat these niggas. Got it? Understand the language.
And you're getting so abstract now. You're talking about cutting taxes and all of these things you're talking about are totally economic things, and the byproduct of them is blacks get hurt worse than whites.
Boom. Did y'all hear that? This brother, this white dude is telling you exactly, well, not you, he was telling other white people the code. Understand, he was telling other white people the code. Right there, he's saying the truth. This is why they never offer black folks nothing. They never offer black people anything because whenever a politician runs, the name of the game, black people get less than everybody else. His name is Lee Atwater. Look him up. Lee Atwater. Very well-respected campaign manager. He's legendary. Lee Atwater. He said the name of the game is that black people get hurt more. No matter what you give, you make sure that black folks get less. This is him talking. So when you get these white supremacists, hey man, what? Nobody's doing that. Oh, yes, you are, because you guys admitted it. You guys admitted it. The name of the game is it's the benign neglect policy. The name of the game, black folks always supposed to get less than white people. Black folks are going to be hurt more. He was giving other white people the code in private. All right?
And all that stuff. And you're getting so abstract now. You're talking about cutting taxes and all of these things you're talking about are totally economic things, and the byproduct of them is blacks get hurt worse than whites. And subconsciously, maybe that is part of it. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that if it is getting that abstract and that coded, that we're doing away with the racial problem one way or the other. You follow me? Because obviously sitting around saying we want to cut taxes, we want to cut this, and we want is much more abstract than even the busing thing. And a hell of a lot more abstract than nigger. You know?
He said it's more abstract than the busing thing and really more abstract than nigger. He's giving up the code big time. Lee Atwater gave up the code.
So any way you look at it, race is coming on the back burner.
So any way you look at it, you're still talking about race, you're just using coded language. Because back in the 60s and 70s, they would talk about forced busing. We don't want forced busing, forced segregation, forced integration. So they use all these coded words, and they still use it now. That lady Kelly was using the same thing. Welfare, single mothers, See, that's another thing. That instead of saying black folks, single mothers, all this crime and people shooting each other. But and this is another thing, black folks, because see, we go out of our way trying to explain and show them stats, and I don't even get into that bullshit. I don't get into that bullshit when they start talking about, well, you know, the problem is with all this crime, all these people. Chicago is just a code word for black folks. That's why they always say, bring up Chicago. Chicago is a code for black folks. So when they start bringing up crime, and we start, wait, most of the people doing up the shooting are white people. As a matter of fact, y'all notice this week alone, there's been like 3 or 4 mass shootings by white people in like the last week. Or standoffs by white people. There was a standoff in Seattle. There was a standoff in San Francisco. There was another standoff. Somebody shot somebody. They had him holed up it was today somewhere. I forgot where it was. They found a white Turkish dude. The guy in Seattle, this guy shot some people in a mall. He killed like 5 people. And they found him a couple of days later. They didn't shoot him. And that's very interesting. Because you got black folks out here who are damn unarmed, innocent, and getting gunned down within seconds. But you got these white dudes out here having hour-long standoffs, like that man in San Francisco yesterday. It was a white dude had a 5-hour standoff, had a gun. They brought him in alive. The guy in Seattle, you're bringing in people who are from immigrants from other countries. You're bringing them in and giving them more rights than black folks. You have terrorists who have more rights than black folks. That dude who tried to blow up people out in Jersey and New York, they brought him in. They brought a terrorist in alive. You know how disrespectful that is to black soldiers. You have black soldiers out here fighting for this country. And you have brothers out here who are in Afghanistan. And I saw a video of a brother saying, hey man, in Afghanistan, we can't just walk up and shoot no damn body. And we're in a war. We can't just, over in Afghanistan, we couldn't walk up on an unarmed person and shoot him. That's an international war crime. There's protocol into killing a damn person. The military brothers in a war country couldn't go up. You can't walk up to somebody who's unarmed and just fucking shoot him. But we come home and they could just walk up and shoot us? That's very disrespectful to brothers in the military. Very disrespectful to be in an environment where they can kill you based on race. You dig? So the thing is, they use these code words. They use a lot of these code words, and we got to pick up on that shit and not be thrown off by their code words. Because always answer their code words with this. When they start talking all that code, it will crime and black single mothers and, you know, you don't take responsibility. Because all problems that black people have are because of white supremacy, without any exception. The white supremacists, they've orchestrated every black problem there is. Because we live in a prison of white supremacy. And they've never taken responsibility for white supremacy. So they're not at liberty to tell us what we're taking responsibility for or what we're not taking responsibility for. But always ask them, what do they think the solution is? I don't get into those long, drawn-out troll conversations. What the hell should be done then? Let's get to the solution. Since we're on welfare and since we got all this crime and okay, just like Brother Neely Fuller said, okay, maybe you're right. So what should be done about it? Then they get quiet. They'll back off then. Because, see, white supremacy is a religion. The name of the religion is to just keep on practicing the religion and coming up with justification for practicing the religion. Let's see who we got on the phone. A lot of folks on the phone. What's up? Who's calling?
Hey, this is DJ again. I'm not sure if you remember me. I called a couple weeks ago. I apologize for babbling on you.
Oh, I don't remember, but go ahead, brother.
I'm sorry. Hey, I got a question for you. What should I say for someone who has a question, who questions me about when I put Hidden Colors to them and they watch it and they say, "Oh, really? The way you word something," and they say, "What are they citing the sources and everything?" What can I say to someone who questions that?
Now they question what now?
Yeah.
No, I don't understand what you're saying. They question what?
They're pretty much questioning the way that you word some of the things in Hidden Colors, saying that, say for example, whenever you were talking about the statues, or you're saying you're going into a subject and you state like it is said, if you say something like that, because I remember you saying certain you started off with certain subjects in Hidden Colors.
Right.
What do I say to someone who's trying to question just because you worded it like that in a documentary? They're saying, "Oh, he didn't cite the source." I'm like, first off, he's a historian. Obviously, he had to have gotten it from somewhere. Otherwise, it wouldn't be official. So,
and you know what?
Yeah,
and you know what? Usually, that's kind of a cop out. That's somebody who just wants to be contrary just to be contrary. Because in most documentaries, you have a limited time to do a film, and usually in the Hidden Colors film, we try to sort or to state as many books as possible. But usually what we'll do, we'll have a picture of what we're talking about. So usually there is documented sources or images of what we're talking about in the film. And if there isn't, all people have to do is Google it. When they start talking about, you ain't set no source, that's just some other motherfucker trolling, just to be somebody trying to be ornery, just to be ornery. If there's something that's questionable, they could easily Google that shit. Everybody on the world, in the planet, has an iPhone. And is that like your white friend or something, or just some coon in your family? Is somebody saying that?
He may or may not be like like my father or something of that nature.
Okay, your dad. Okay, and look, those a lot of old black folks, man, they've set in on cooning. A lot of them, they're on some contrary, just to be oppositional. The truth, they're so set in their ways. When somebody brings the truth to them, that coon spirit comes out. So we just have to accept a lot of our parents are just on some coon shit, dude. That's a cop out. You dig?
I try. I be trying to put everybody on Hidden Colors, and he is pretty much set in his ways in a lot of areas. So I think also because he's also a pastor of a church, he tries to use the whole, he's over here cussing and all that stuff. That's straight from hell and all that stuff, and I'm just like, man, are you serious? Like that's no reason to try to discredit everything else he's done because you see, because the person uses profane language, on YouTube, So I try to I try to say the same thing, that that's a cop out, or I attempted to. But he tried to shut it down with religion, so thank you, brother. Thank you, brother.
No problem. Thanks for the call, brother. And that's another thing, man. A lot of times people, his dad is a preacher, so a lot of preachers, not all, because there's some brothers out there who like to break the truth down and all that, but a lot of preachers, they don't want anybody waking up to real history, because when you look at history and you wake up to real history and you become objective and your eyes are open to real history, you will start automatically questioning religion, because religion and history goes hand in hand. You understand? Religion and history goes hand in hand, because when you start talking about the Bible or the Quran, you're talking about allegedly history. What happened in the ancient past? What people did in the past? So when you start questioning that, some of the areas that people are in, some of the places that people lived, how some of the people looked, you start questioning this shit. Who wrote this history? Why they wrote it? Who's King James? Why was he a flaming queen fucking everybody and getting fucked out there in England? Why did he have William Shakespeare write some of the Bible? Why was King James' book before the Bible a book about demonology? What was it? He had a book talking about demon shit before the Bible. You start questioning stuff. You understand? You start questioning how come there are Masonic symbols in the Bible. How come they use the symbolisms of 33 in the Bible over and over again? How come they use 33 as Jesus's age when nobody knows when he was born or how old he was? There's a lot of shit in there that you don't know about. But when you start getting into history, you start seeing, oh, how come nobody ever told me that? There's a lot of shit about the Bible and history that's not taught. But when you start learning history, your eyes get open. And then you're like, hold on, before I put this money in the collection plate, I got some questions. And that's the thing. A lot of preachers don't want a motherfucker asking no questions. It's all about just going along with it. Yeah, That's why the white supremacists love preachers. I'm not a Mason. No, I'm not. The white supremacists love preachers. Whenever they want to reach out to the black community, they take their ass to a black church because we're supposed to just go along with everything that the preacher says. Yes. Amen. Yes. Church is about going along, not question. The white supremacists love Negro churches. That's why they always prop up the church. So yeah, and I'm not all preachers. There's some brothers out here who are preachers, Christian preachers, whatever. They believe in the truth. I'm not knocking them at all. I'm an ordained minister. I am an ordained minister. Where's my minister? I would show y'all my credentials. I don't know. I got them locked up, but I'm an ordained minister. I can perform weddings and funerals. I'm an ordained minister. Legally, I'm a minister. This is church. This is church. I call myself an all-denominational minister because all religions belong to the African. So I'm all denominational. Yes, I am. I'm an ordained minister legally. Yes, I am. I've told y'all that years ago. I've been ordained for years. I've been ordained for years. You dig? But the thing is, a lot of these brothers out here, man, when you start bringing the truth down, you're going to start questioning stuff. You're going to start questioning things, which you should. You should question things. Let me see who else we got on the phone. A lot of folks calling. How many folks in the room? What's up? Who's calling?
Hey, Tariq, this is Khalil from Harlem.
Khalil from Harlem.
I live here in Atlanta now. I go to school down here.
Oh, cool. How you liking it down in Atlanta?
Atlanta is dope, man. Morehouse is cool, too.
Oh, yeah. Love Atlanta, man. One of my favorite cities. I got to go back out there and do a lecture. What's on your mind, brother?
Now, check me out. Last week, you had did you read a piece from a manuscript about, talking about how politicians can't promise black people anything. Now, I'm doing a paper for my political theory class, and I want to put that in there. I also want to talk about it tomorrow when I go to class.
Right.
I want to know where it is you got it from.
Okay. Now, they can, but they can't. A politician can do whatever they want to, but they don't. And that's part of something called a benign neglect policy that started in the late 60s. Write that term down. Benign neglect. This is why for the last 40-something years, politicians don't mention doing anything for black folks. As a matter of fact, the only reason now they even say the word black or African American is because so many of us are getting killed now. So they'll get up and say, yeah, it's bad all these killings of African Americans, so we're going to have to look into that. That's wrong. But they don't offer to do shit. You notice that? They don't offer to do nothing. But they'll acknowledge, well, there's a lot of African Americans getting killed, and we're not like that, America. Anyway, let's talk about gays. They'll just quickly change the subject. And Obama, and I'm going to get on him in a minute with his shit. Oh, my God. Obama, he'll get up and say, yeah, there's a lot of police killings going on here. There's a lot of police, misconduct or whatever. We got some challenges. And You know, that's a part of who we are. I mean, he's not saying a motherfucking thing, man. Not saying nothing. So that's that benign neglect policy, brother, that goes back to Moynihan. There's a guy named Moynihan who came up with that strategy because in the 1960s, there were a lot of riots. And they said, why are these niggas acting up like this? A lot of the riots started after 1964, 1965.
It must be like the heat or some shit.
No, it wasn't just the heat. After 1964, 65, they said, okay, we're going to stop Jim Crow. We're going to stop open segregation. Everything is equal. So they said, okay, we got affirmative action and all this. And black folks are like, okay, bring on the equality. And black folks didn't get shit. And the government started promising black folks shit that they weren't going to give us. So they did a report, the Kerner Commission. They came up with a whole report on...
Right, the report. We spoke about it last week.
Yeah, yes. They did the Kerner Commission report. They said, okay, let's figure out what's making these niggas burn down cities. And they figured it out. White racism. It's white supremacy. White supremacy got everybody mad. They're like, yeah. We know. We've been practicing that for the longest. Why are they mad now? Because they're mad because black people are getting promises and nobody's going to keep these promises, so they're, acting out. So Moynihan said, well, hey, I got a solution. Let's not offer them shit ever. Let's not even acknowledge them. So let's use these vague terms when discussing black folks. Let's use terms like minority, people of color, underprivileged, inner city. And that's when the benign neglect policy came in. So when they started saying we're going to give stuff to minorities, they gave stuff to white women who are minorities. They gave stuff to Native Americans and Mexicans and all that. So when black folks were like, hey, where's our stuff? They're like, well, we gave it to minorities. That black person that you were marching with, that gay person you were marching with, you said that you wanted to march with them. So we gave some stuff to them. I mean, we're all equal now. So what are you complaining about? And black people are standing around scratching their head like, okay, I guess so. And we haven't figured that fucking con game out yet. That's why we got to stop letting other people buddy up with us when it's time to get something. You dig?
Now the strategy that you spoke about last night, I don't want to take up all of your time. Strategy that you spoke about last week that said that with a group of Black Lives Matter, you take a small percentage of their leaders and have them in a room. Where did you get that piece from?
Now, what did I say?
If you have you never create policy for Black Lives Matter protests. You always take a small percentage.
Yeah. That's a document. That was a document from the DNC. That was a leak.
That document.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That was a DNC leak. The Democratic National Convention. That was a document that was leaked. That was supposed to be internal, and some hackers got it and put it out there. And here they go with that benign neglect. They said, look, there's some. They were using code words. Black Lives Matter meant black people. Got it?
Right.
They weren't talking about the actual group. That meant black people. So they said if a Black Lives Matter person stands up and says, what are you going to do for black people? They said you don't answer. You don't promise black people nothing. Do not give a definitive answer. You just listen, nod your head, tell them you're going to have another meeting with them, but never talk about giving a specific policy. They just said that. So that's where we get that. Yeah.
That's what you're talking about. I want to cite that link.
Yeah, just Google the DNC Black Lives Matter. Somebody find a link for the brother in the chat room. Link memo. Oh, there you go. Read. Yeah, there's a link right there. Somebody in the chat room just posted it up on a Reddit thing. They got a Melanoid Nation Reddit. Okay, is it there? Hold on.
What's this person's name?
Hold on. It's in the look in the chat room. Okay. Okay, check this out. I'll give you the name of it. Leaked 2015 memo.
Another Democratic Party committee is the victim of a hack.
Okay, it says leaked 2015 memo told Democrats don't offer support for Black Lives Matter policy positions. So it's online. You can find it very easily.
Thank you, brother.
All right, man. Thanks for the call, brother. Man. And shout out to my brother Isaiah Washington. There's going to be a boycott tomorrow. Tomorrow is the beginning of a boycott. We had a think tank meeting yesterday. It was me, Isaiah Williams. What am I, Isaiah Williams? Isaiah Washington. Isaiah Washington. It was a couple of lawyers, a couple of other activists, a couple of politicians. I'm not going to say who all was who, but we had a think tank yesterday. We were chopping it up for like an hour, strategizing because my man Isaiah is leading a boycott tomorrow, and we're talking, and this is to bring attention to a greater thing, because this was the whole thing. We're talking about using a boycott to bring attention to a greater agenda. Oh, my man Isaiah Washington is extremely thorough. Nobody in Hollywood is more thorough than that brother. Isaiah is the truth. And we had some good strategies going on. Is one lawyer, I want to talk deeper to this brother. He's like a constitutional law lawyer. Brother's dropping game, man. We had a very good conversation. And, we're helping our brother strategize to maximize the boycott and the message of the boycott and what we need to do as a community to thwart and curb all of this extrajudicial, these killings out here. So, yeah. Boycotting businesses, just basically staying home and not patronizing any businesses. Yeah, and I work for myself too, loved one. I feel you on that. Let me see who we got on the phone here. What's up? Who's calling?
Hey, Brother Tariq, what's going on? This is Mark from Cleveland. How are you, man?
I met Mark from Cleveland when I was out there, man. What's going on? Mark always gets through. Mark always gets through the call. What's going on with you, Mark?
Man, I want to thank you for bringing up Lee Atwater.
Yeah.
Yes, the segments was from the Boogeyman, the Lee Atwater story. Y'all watch the documentary. It may be on Netflix or Amazon Prime. But that dude, man, codified everything he did. Thank you, brother. I'm going to call. Thank you very much.
Man, thank you for the call, brother. Yeah, man. Y'all really got to look at Lee Atwater, man. He was one of the people to break down those codes, all those white supremacist codes that they use now. Very important. He's very well respected in the white supremacist culture. I don't respect his ass. I'm just saying he's respected in white supremacist culture. That's what I'm saying. Let me be very clear on that. But, the protest that's going on out there in Charlotte, did y'all see? I would play a clip of the dude. Hold on, let me see if I can find a clip of this dude. And this is why, hold on 1 second. This is why I chill out on a lot of these protests, because there's too much fuckery goes on out here. Hold on. Let me show y'all something. And let me get a call while I look for this clip. Hello?
Yeah, you can say that bullshit to someone else. I'm on your birthday.
Get off here, niggas. Just stop it. Stop. Okay. I'm not entertaining stupid shit. I'm in a zone. Hello, what's up? Who's calling? Hello? All right, let's get somebody else. I'm trying to be focused. We're strategizing tonight. No class clown nigga shit. What's up? Who's calling?
Yo, what up, Tariq? This is NYC, the kid called out of Atlanta, Georgia. What's going on, man?
Hey, man, how you doing? A lot of y'all NYC brothers out there in New York. I mean, out there in Atlanta right now. What's going on,
man? We taking over, man.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. What's on your mind, man?
Yo, man, I just wanted to holler at you. Just about a couple of weeks ago, I went down to the All Black National Convention, and it turned out real good with Killer Mike. Dr. Boyce Watson was there.
Yeah.
And also David Banner.
Yeah.
And what they were talking about was just in regards to black men just not really stepping their games up, and just the security of women, just trying to get that security towards us to make sure that, we protect them later on in the future. So it's just building up empowerment and, just trying to just step our game up and trying to make sure that we get on board with what we need to do.
Yeah, I
But
saw some
overall,
clips of
it
that.
turned out good, though.
Did you see when Irritated Agent came up in there with his bullshit, yelling in the background? You
man,
saw that?
I didn't even know he was there, man.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't even know that cat was even in there.
Folks
Straight up.
Yeah, man. Folks are going to have to learn. I've been telling y'all about Irritated Agent for the longest. He's showing up. Everything this nigga does is agent shit. And what doesn't he do that?
And even if he was there, man, he was laying low key. But I know Malik Zulu Shabazz, he was up in there. Yeah. And then there was a debate going on with him and Killer Mike to where they were discussing on as far as complying with the police officers.
Yeah.
And Malik Zulu Shabazz kind of had a little debate with him in regards to just saying, well, we got to be revolutionary. Well, yeah, we can understand that, but at the same time too, if you don't have the tools to learn how to use a gun or, learn karate or go down to the shooting range or grow your own food, then what's the point on even trying to, having to overcome
if you're gonna
those issues?
Real talk, if you're going to be revolutionary, you dig? I mean, how you going to do that and you're outnumbered and outgunned? How are you going to be revolutionary? You don't have a plan of action. You don't have a plan of action.
Yeah, we definitely don't have no plan at all. And in order for us to have that plan, we got to really, be very structured. Yeah. So Killer Mike, man, well, I had to really agree with him for what he said, man. And he broke everything down into, great terms. So everybody was getting wild up and stuff like that. But it was definitely a good event.
Yes,
and Dr. Boyce, he was there just telling us as men, hey, if you need a father figure or an uncle, come holler at me.
Indeed.
He didn't care how old we was or whatever, but he was just letting us know, just get connected and then everything will be all good.
Yes, indeed. Man, we're good looking out,
yeah.
man. Thanks for the call, man.
No doubt, man.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Man. But yeah, I saw Killer Mike was dropping some real good game. He was dropping some real good game, man. But anyway, I was looking for a clip of some of the protests that's going on in Charlotte for Keith Scott. And one thing, and I can't find this one particular clip. I have it, but it's on Twitter, and I can't download it. But it's a clip of some protesters in Charlotte. Y'all know the brother Keith Scott got killed, and we're trying to protest. You're trying to get justice, but the thing is, you got to have an agenda. This is why I don't show up to these protests no more. I don't show up to these goddamn protests no more because the shit turns into a freaking talent show. I'm looking at this shit. They in a circle twerking. Some chick shaking her big ass. I wanted to show a clip. I just can't. If y'all could find a clip, please send me the clip so I can download it. They clapping and singing, and this chick jump in the circle. She's twerking her big ass. I'm like, this is why I don't show up to these shits. Everything don't have to turn into the fucking High School Musical twerk contest, man. And when white folks show up with cameras, black folks, we just start buck dancing it up. There's a white person with a camera is kryptonite to a nigga. Same thing happened in Ferguson. Same thing happened in Baltimore. When I went to Ferguson, because I went the first night, it wasn't all that bullshit the first night. But later on, then we got it became High School Musical. When I went out to Baltimore, I had a town hall meeting in Baltimore. And then I started walking around the riot area or the post-riot area, wherever. They got music, they rapping, freestyling, and twerking. All the cameras out there, so we forget about everything else and says, okay, now this is talent show time. And every single damn time, we turn this shit into some, hey, white people here giving me attention. It becomes a fucking circus. I mean, this chick was literally popping her ass. I wish I could show the clip. I want to download it. Everything ain't got to be about popping your fucking ass, man. We got to start getting real serious about certain shit that pops off. Man, we got to get serious. Because we got to stop using shit as a... That's the clip right there. But for some reason, I can't download this shit. That's the clip right there. I want to download it so bad. This is the audio of it. So there's a white lady. She's starting to dance, and then the Negroes start dancing with her. I really want to download this clip so y'all can see it. I really want to download the clip so I can see it. But my man Black Mecca just posted it up. But I can't download it. But we got to stop turning these protests into damn dance contests, man. Cut that out. Because you're not taken seriously no more. And understand, these protests, they start sending out people to dissipate the energy. Like that free hugs nigga. That moist free hugs dude. That nigga. Let me play a clip of him. And that's the thing. They'll send that free hug dude. It's a black dude who has a shirt talking about free hugs. He's out there hugging the cops and all this. And this ain't about loving no cops. This is about punishing race soldiers. Let's get off that stupid shit. And what I don't like with that free hugs nigga, he's out there hugging cops and all that, and then the media runs and shows pictures of him hugging a cop, and the caption is, the protesters and the police find common ground. And that ain't no common ground. That's bullshit. First of all, that nigga ain't from there. The people there don't like this nigga. They were clowning him. So saying that all Negroes need is a hug, that ain't no common fucking ground. We don't need a hug. We need these race soldiers punished. We don't need no goddamn hug. Fuck that. We don't need no damn hug. Look at this moist nigga.
You're not getting attacked. We got free hugs, brother. Right, brother. Thank you, man. That's right. Thank you for being out here and being peaceful.
See, he's doing that for photo ops. The dude is deliberately doing that for photo ops. The dude is out there doing that for photo ops. And you see the people in the background are clowning his ass.
I love you. I can see you. Hey, you pussy nigga. Pussy nigga. It's not even like that. It's not even like that. It's about staying neutral. That's what's important. That's what's important. So I'm a pussy because nigga, these motherfuckers not staying goddamn. What you say? Did he kill somebody? Did he kill somebody? Nigga, that fucking squad did that shit. Somebody? Mind you, that was my motherfucking family. I understand that. I understand that. I hurt just you a fuck nigga for standing behind him because he's black and they keep joking people. I hurt just take off that badge. Just take off that badge. No, I don't have a badge. Take off that badge. I'm not a police officer. Take off that badge, nigga. Take off that badge, nigga. Take off that badge. If one black person does something, right? We can't say that every black person is bad.
If one cop
does something, we cannot say that every cop is bad. None of these people here shot anyone.
Okay, that's enough of that fucking coon I can play. Shout out to Charlotte for not going with the fuckery. That bitch nigga. Shout out to love the niggas in Charlotte. Love y'all for calling that nigga out. They were about to light his ass up. Don't let the media fool you. They weren't with that bullshit that nigga was doing. They put the picture up of him hugging the cop. Oh, look, the protesters. Look, they're coming to come. That nigga was about to get his ass drugged through the city for that fuck shit he pulled. They didn't co-sign that shit. He did not represent the people of Charlotte. They weren't with that coon shit he was doing. Y'all sending out your shills and your coons and trying to dissipate the energy. It's all about being neutral. Download Twitter video. Oh, you can use this to download. Oh, let me click that. Let me click that. Hold on. Boy, good looking out on that, Lex. Download Twitter videos. Okay, cool. Let me do this. Let me do this. Okay, let's see. So I can download that. Good find, man. I know y'all be coming through, man. Y'all be coming through. Okay. Let me see. Format, MP4. Okay, I just download regular MP4. Downloaded successfully. Where did it download to? Okay. All right. Let me see. Where the fuck did it download to? Okay. All right. Let me see where it went. Shit. Okay. Where did it go? Okay. Do I need to look at my download file? Hold on. Hold on 1 second. Open. Show. Okay. It's hella small. Okay. Okay. Let me see. Where did the file go? Hold on. Let me find this file real quick. Let me find it. Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. But yeah, they about to run his bitch ass up out of there. Shout out to those brothers and sisters out there. Okay, where's the video, man? Hold on. Let me find this video I just downloaded. Okay, hold on. All files. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Y'all bear with a player. There we go. Now let me see if I can put it there. Let me rename it. Okay, let me see if y'all can see it. That's a good find, man. Good find. I'm going to use that file from now on. So let me play the twerk video of them popping ass. Hold on. Let me see if y'all can see this. Now this is them singing and dancing up there in Charlotte. Hold on. She popping her ass and give me a break, man. I mean, really, this is what the white folks come out there and black folks just start popping your ass. We're talking about a brother who done got killed. We're talking about a black man that got killed, and people are using that as an opportunity to pop their ass. Come on, man. Give me a break, man. That's why I don't go to these shits no more, man. I don't go no more. This shit turns into coon fest because the second or third day at all of these protests, if I go the night some shit happen or whatever. You know, when you're dealing with the real people in the community to see what's going on. But after the second or third day, it's coon fest, and it turns into a damn talent show. Somebody said that's a midget. That wasn't no midget. Somebody said not even a nice ass. I mean, just stop. Everything ain't got to be twerk fest. And this buck, and you know that free hugs dude. If you remember, he was one of these dudes who tried that shit at one of them Trump rallies. He tried that free hug shit at the Trump rally. Let me find the clip of that. Hold on. And them white supremacists weren't really fucking with him like that. You know, that butter biscuit ass shit. Hold on. Free. Hold on. Let me find a clip of that real quick. I want the short version of it. Oh, this is it. This is it. There. Yeah. This is what I want right here. This is what I'm looking for right here. Y'all give me a minute. Just hold on 1 second. Let me get a call while I'm waiting on this. What's up? Who's calling?
Hey, what up, Tariq?
What's up, man? Who is this?
Hey, this is David. I'm in Vermont right now, but I'm from Charlotte originally.
What you doing in Vermont, bro?
Staying up here with my family and all to get my papers straight.
There you go, man. What's on your mind, fam?
Yeah, well, you know, I'm from Charlotte. Well, first let me ask, do you know who, let's see, Perry? Dang, something about Perry. He was an FBI agent in the 80s who flipped on the FBI and started, and he was on,
You talking about, I know, look, you're talking about Dothard Perry.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, Dothard Perry. That brother was.
Yeah, I just got to touch on this this whole agent thing because I was hearing about in Ferguson. One of my friends from Charlotte, he was telling me that a guy from Ferguson was in Charlotte, and he got hemmed up by the police there, and they just released him on some fictitious charges. But he said that it was an agent chick there that got him hemmed up.
Oh damn!
And I just hope you can go and just go in on Dothard Perry for us and just really put us on game about these agents because they are doing a lot of damage out here.
Yes, they are, man. Yeah, and I've talked about Dothard Perry a lot of times, man. It's some
okay. I ain't heard it
deep
before.
shit. Now, I might have to do a whole show about Dothard Perry because his situation is real deep. Because I've seen articles written about him back in 1975, and the shit that this dude, it was deep. The shit that they had this dude doing is fucking scary. Because they were making this nigga, the FBI, they had this nigga like having relationships with people. He's like, hey, go have sex with that person. And it was that type of shit. The feds had this nigga banging people. It's deep, man. It's
he
deep
burned
as
down
that.
the Watts right.
Yeah,
Watts
they made him burn that shit down. I mean, this dude did a lot of damage and he got scared and he outed himself, and he disappeared. Nobody knows what happened to this nigga, man. So it's some real heavy shit. But thanks for the call, fam.
Thank you.
Yes, indeed. But that free hugs dude, he took his goofy ass up to a Trump rally, and a lot of them white supremacists weren't even fucking with his ass, trying to do that free hug shit, and a lot of them didn't even want to touch him. Look at this.
Oh, there's hate, but there's bigger problems, you know? There's bigger problems than hate.
See that? People are giving this dude the finger. He's like, give me a hug. They're like, fuck you.
Are you for Trump?
I felt like I was in a different decade.
Wayne is better!
So you hate me? First of all, there's no love. Try to push a political agenda with this. The whole point of sharing that video is to just let people know how important love is.
This bug, yeah. He went to a Bernie Sanders rally. You know, they got a bunch of fake liberals out there, so that's nothing. But them white supremacists were like, I ain't trying to hug you, nigga. This lady said, white is better. They're letting this coon know. No, we ain't on that bullshit, nigga. There ain't no love. I can be myself at a Trump rally. As a white supremacist, I can be me, and nigga, fuck you. That's when cooning backfires. They straight up didn't want to touch his ass. Nigga, they straight up they were giving him the finger, the whole nine. What's up, Ola? Ola in the house. Yeah, we're gonna have to put him on the Coon Train Award for next year. We're gonna have to put him on the Coon Train Award for next year. Man, but I played a clip earlier of I didn't play it here, but I posted a clip of the Mac Lessons radio show on Twitter earlier of me when I was in Charlotte. And, a lot of the protests now is going on right out there in Charlotte, right around the epicenter, the Omni Hotel. Now, for those diehard listeners of the Tariq Elite Show and the Mac Lessons Radio Show, I did a lecture in Charlotte in 2011, 5 years ago. Back then, after I did the lecture there, I did a podcast that following Wednesday, and I posted it up on Twitter, where I talked about the racism in Charlotte. I told people, some of y'all remember, I talked about the racism in Charlotte back in 2011. I talked that same area that's burning up, it ain't burning up, but the same area where all that shit is going on, that's exactly what we talked about. Ola was with me. It was Sean. There was a few of us out there. And we were staying at the Omni. We were staying right there at the Omni Hotel. While all this shit is going down, we were staying right there at the Omni. Right across from the Omni is a place called the Epicenter. It's a shopping center. So we talked about how in Charlotte, we went to this shopping center, and nigga, I felt like I went back into 1965. I talked about it then. I've never seen open Jim Crow like that. They had some just open racist fucking bullshit. They were like, well, y'all can't come in here dressed like that. Like, dressed like what? And this ain't even a club. We're trying to go into the little shopping area. We're just trying to get some food. This was before. Now, we tried to go to like the little clubs and bars later on. But the Epicenter, it has like this bars and clubs and food places, like almost like an outdoor mall kind of thing. So they wouldn't even let us in the shopping area at first because my brother, my dude Sean, he had on a white t-shirt. And I talked about this on the show. We're just trying to get food at like a mall area. They were like, well, you can't come in here they sent a black dude. They sent a black security guy. The brother was like, hey, man, they gonna trip if y'all come in here with a white t-shirt. I'm like, what? Say, yeah, man, they're gonna trip if y'all come in with a white t-shirt. The Epicenter is an outdoor mall. It's an outdoor mall. Yeah, this is an outdoor mall. This is like, I think this was in the daytime we tried to go get some food. This wasn't even during the club hours. This is an outdoor mall. And they tried to run the dress code. They sent a black security guard. Was like, yeah. And, he was kind of embarrassed. He was like, well, yeah, man. They're going to trip you, if y'all got on white t-shirts. I said, we're just trying to get food. And I said, we're not from here, brother. We're from California. So, we're just trying to get food. We're staying at the Epicenter. We're staying at the Omni. We want to go to get a Subway sandwich. We're just trying to get food, brother. And the brother, I saw the look of embarrassment on his face. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? He was like, yeah, man, I feel you, man. But, they're going to kind of trip. And I'm looking in the mall area. It's full of white people. And damn near every white person had on a white fucking t-shirt. Ola is right here. Ola, am I exaggerating? I'm not even exaggerating. Ola is right here in the chat room. I'm like, wait, brother. There's white people, damn near every white person had on a white t-shirt. I'm like, brother, you said we can't get in with a white t-shirt. I'm pointing out the people. I'm like, that guy has a white t-shirt on. That guy has a white t-shirt on. What are you talking about, bro? And the brother, he was kind of embarrassed. He was, man, I'm just doing that's what they told me, man. I'm just giving you a warning. I said, fuck that. I'm going in there. Shit, I'm hungry. I'm about to get me something to eat. So now I'm just feeling real funny style now, going there. I'm feeling real funny going there. I wish, I'm out of town We didn't know anywhere else to go. So I'm just trying to get some fucking food. So I don't know, you know, I definitely would have went somewhere else, but I don't know my way around. I'm hungry as hell. I don't want to walk around. I'm like, okay, now I'm feeling real funny style. So I'm like, okay. So we did the lecture and all that, and then afterwards we went club hopping. And then when we tried to go to some of the clubs there, oh, it got worse. So I'm like, okay, we got on our fly gear. I'm like, okay, we can get suited and booted. I got the fly shit. So we all fly. We got the nice clothes on. So we tried to go to some of the little bars there. They were like, can't get in. It can't be no dress code because I'm looking, we're dressed real nice. And there's white people walking around with flip-flops and shorts on getting into the bars and clubs. And I'm trying to look for some shit where some black folks are. I keep hearing hip-hop music, so that's where we're going. I don't know anything about the clubs and bars there. I'm hearing hip-hop music, so I'm thinking it's black. And it's just a gang of white folks standing around. I'm like, okay, what the fuck? So we try to get into some of these clubs, and the white bouncers are like, well, you got to be a member to get in. Member to get in? What? And they're letting all these other people in who ain't no members. And then they're like, well, you got on nice suits, but that person with you has on sneakers. But then you see other people with sneakers going in. So they kept using, they got all these little codes they kept using to not let us in these spots. I'm like, cool, fuck y'all spots. Shit, I don't need to kick it with you. I don't know what's what. So we went to some other spots around because I don't beg the white supremacists for me to come and kick it with them. I don't beg them. I don't. I do not beg them. Like, I don't know this area. I don't tell me where the fucking black folks are. I will gladly go. So we went to some other spots, the black clubs and all that. That was popping. But the fact that they had just open Jim Crow like that, I'm like, wow. That shit was amazing. It was interesting to see. Bullshit is members, but it's only $1. Bullshit. It wasn't no dollar. That's some shit they done probably came up with later. Bullshit. Wasn't no membership. Wasn't no membership. That's just bullshit. They had a bunch of excuses because we didn't know where to go, so we kept trying different spots. One, well, the person has on tennis shoes, but everybody else in there got tennis shoes. The other spot, well, you got to be a member. The other spot, well, you got to be on the guest list. You got to know a promoter. They had all types of little bullshit codes. I'm like, okay, well, let me get the fuck out of this spot. And Ola, what was the name of that club we went to? Because the club we did go to, that shit was kind of popping. It was a black spot. It was outside of the epicenter. It was like down the street. But it would have been anything. Well, how old are you? You got to be between 21 and 23. But the shit was heavy, man. And this was back in 2011. I went into great detail about that, man. I was tripping about how blatant the racism there was. So all this shit going on out there, I'm not surprised. Charlotte is not progressive at all. That shit is living... It's like living in 1963, man. So, and when you see the racist ass governor, when you see these racist ass politicians, one of the politicians got on TV talking about, well, the blacks are just mad because white people are successful and they're not. This was a lawmaker who said this, and then he apologized, but the damage was done. This is a lawmaker. These are the people who make the laws out there, so no wonder black folks are fucked up out there in the game. Out there. So black folks, we got to start looking at the whole totality of systematic white supremacy. Fuck all that hug talk. Yeah, it's crazy out there in Charlotte. No, sure. Shit. I mean, the black people there are cool. I love the black people in Charlotte, but the white supremacists, oh my God. That makes me not, the white supremacists make me not want to go there. Now, Raleigh, I had a great time in Raleigh, but I haven't been to Raleigh in a long time, though. And the thing is, with all this stuff happening, it's very important for us to not start clowning and entertaining. With stuff like Keith Scott getting shot and it's on video, and Terrence Crutcher getting shot and it's on video, the international community is looking. The world is looking. The BBC, they wanted to do an interview with me the other day, and I got back to them too late. That's why I had to change my email on my Twitter, because a lot of folks try to contact me through Twitter, and the email that I have on there, I check that like once, at the end of the day, but there's a lot of media people who want to interview me, and I hit them back up when it's too late, but the BBC wanted to interview me. So this is why we got to really talk about what's really happening. Because Obama was very disappointing. We got all this shit going on, and whenever Obama addresses us, it's always some symbolic bullshit. It's never about implementing any policies to help. It's always, well, we got some challenges. We got challenges, and we're going to keep on pressing on. That's the great thing about being patriotic. It's always when Obama talks to us, it's some sad, oh, I can't do nothing, but we gonna keep on pressing on through these challenges. It's always a whack fucking pep talk and no action. And older black folks, because younger black folks kind of see what the game is. But there's old niggas still harping on that symbolic Obama bullshit, man. It's very disappointing. I'm so cool on Obama. I voted for Obama twice, and I put money on his campaign. So I can say this. Obama is very disappointing. When it comes to us, it's always that old sad, well, just keep your head up through the oppression. It's always the slow, sad, keep your head up, not saying shit, not rocking the boat, nothing. It's a condescending, jerk off, dismissive bullshit, man. Yeah, I'm aware of the stuff that's happening. The whole the voice, it just sounds, that sad, pathetic talk. I know it's hard. You see these challenges out here, and sometimes you don't feel like you're being treated equal. I know, it's hard. But that's the great thing about being American. You got to press through some of these challenges. And when you keep your head up and we let our youth know that perseverance is going to pay off sooner or later. You just keep on looking for the eye in the sky. And, as the Bible says, ask not for temptation. There was a song called Amazing Grace, How Sweet the Sound. And that's a part of who we are. What are you going to do? It's like, what are you going to do? That's how he talks to us, man. I'm like, wait, we get the singing and the gospel and the speeches, but and then there's coons that are trying to defend him. Well, and also, I think his spokespeople, they put out like a statement where he can't do nothing about the police. That has to be taken care of on a state, local level. But the thing is, when police officers got attacked, it took him about less than a fucking week to sign that blue law policy. He signed that blue law policy in less than a week. He didn't go out there with the whole mush mouth speech. That blue law thing, that was a multi-state policy that helps police all across the country. So damn, your arms weren't tied when it came to them. But when it comes to us, well, you know, only so much I can do, you know. And we face these challenges. You know, we got a lot of challenges that we have to face. And, you know, I was talking to Michelle and, you know, we were reading the Bible the other day and it reminded us of the story of Moses. You know, Moses parted that sea. Yeah. He parted the sea and Moses just kept persevering. You know? Moses parted that sea, and that's our experience here in America. You know, we're parting that sea and we're trying to persevere through these challenges. You know? And that's one of the reasons why I have a museum, so we can go look at our history. See, it's very important to see where we came from. And we go look at those slave shackles, and that's a part of our legacy. And that's a part. Slaves, they persevered. And we have to persevere too. Shut up, man. But something happened to somebody white or non-black, laws are signed. Boy, ain't no speech. Boy, them policies come through. Even when that club got shot up, they had all types of meetings and shit going on. After the gay club got shot up, they were talking about gun laws and, oh man. And they did this whole ceremony for the African American Museum, the History Museum. And I was very critical of that. Because, you know, I'm all about history. I'm all about that. But that was the timing of all that. And I tweeted, I said, look, how are we going to have that's like having a Holocaust museum in the middle of a Holocaust. I tweeted that. And some people got upset that I tweeted that. I'm like, the African American History Museum, that's cool. But that's like having a Holocaust museum when the Holocaust ain't even over. It's symbolic. All right, that's cool. Look, you know, I'm a historian. I made the best-selling history documentaries in the world. But you notice in all of my movies, there is a section about solutions. We always talk about solutions. So now, Obama, they're opening this African American Museum, which it took them 90 years to do it. One of those presidents, was it Coolidge? Like 90 years ago, they said, hey, let's get a museum for the niggas. But they didn't put no money in it. So this thing has been stewing around for years, for 90 years, trying to get this museum. This has been going on for years. For like 90 years, they've been trying to get the museum. They commissioned it 90 years ago. So Obama didn't commission it. All right? It was from I think, was it Coolidge? I want to say like Coolidge, Calvin Coolidge, one of those guys. But it was, didn't Bush have something to do with it too? And they finally got the shit finished. And like, okay, but now, how in the fuck am I going to get there without getting killed by a fucking race soldier now? Because what they did, they had this big grand opening ceremony of the museum, and they got every black entertainer, all the A-list black entertainers out there around Obama. Obama's there with George Bush and his wife. They got Oprah out there, Will and Jada. They got Patti LaBelle singing, Stevie Wonder. They got everybody out there, and nobody's talking about no damn solutions on how to stop us from being executed by these fucking race soldiers. Nobody's talking about what the hell do we do about these race soldiers killing us, our kids, gaffling us up, Nobody's talking about shit. And that was by design because now the international community is looking at us. So when they get out there and have a whole celebratory thing, that gives the world the impression that things aren't as bad as it looks. You see what I'm saying? That gives the impression to the international community that things aren't that bad. When y'all see everybody out here, all the A-list Negroes out here celebrating and singing and dancing, like, oh no, black folks are getting killed, but we're good. It's not that bad. We got this museum and we're celebrating and we're happy. No. It's a damn a symbol. I'm not going to be pacified by just a symbolic thing. How are we going to protect black folks from race soldiers harming us? Black folks, please, whenever they start talking about what to do, stop letting them run cons on us. Because Hillary, from what I understand, she's talking about giving $1 billion for police reform. And do you know how much of a con game that is? That is a con game. Giving police more money for killing us. Well, they just need reform. Bullshit. It ain't like they don't know what they're doing. You can't teach them reform if they're deliberately trying to target us, which according to the FBI, that's what they're doing. We need those resources. Black folks, stop letting them run that benign neglect policy on us. We are the ones who need those resources so we can allocate resources in our community, so we can start policing our community, so we can start building an economic base to protect ourselves. We need those resources. They got all the money. The police, they get gazillions of dollars. And they're still shooting us down because they're not getting punished. You don't pay people off as a way of punishing them. They've been having, there's no such thing as police reform. You can't reform a white supremacist or race soldiers. And you have race soldiers in law enforcement. The only way to handle them is to punish them, locking them up and prosecuting the people who do these killings, these executions violating the Constitution. Nobody wants to talk about that. Why? Because these police unions have politicians in their pockets. But we as black folks, we're going to have to start coming up with solutions ourselves. We have to come up with solutions. But the thing is, that whole horse and pony show of them with the African American History Museum, at this juncture right now, where we're celebrating, and all, there's no we shouldn't be celebrating right now. Real talk, look, we got to drain these damn police unions, and we should not be celebrating. We got to let the world know we're in a crisis right now. This is a crisis. You got any black person can be randomly shot by a race soldier, and not only will the race soldier not be punished, they will be rewarded. Do you know the Betty Shelby lady who killed the brother in Tulsa? Y'all know how much support this woman is getting? Her lawyers say there's support and money coming in all over. This woman is going to be a millionaire. Not only is she not going to jail, this woman is going to be a millionaire just like Darren Wilson. Darren Wilson is set. People are getting rewarded for killing us. Fuck a museum right now. Or if you're going to use the museum, use that to bring awareness and talk about what the hell we're going to do. Give us a museum and a damn solution. God damn. Let me see who this is. Look like somebody from Charlotte. What's up? Who's calling?
Yeah, what's up, Tariq? This is Abdullah, man, here in Atlanta, Georgia, by way of Detroit.
Hey, Abdullah, how you doing, fam?
I'm good, man. I'm good, brother. I just had two quick things I wanted to say, man. First of all, man, I started listening to you in 2012, and I lived in Charlotte from 2010 to 2015. Everything that you said in that podcast, I went back in the Mac Records archives. Everything you said was spot on, man.
Yeah.
Everything you said in there was spot on. Second quick thing, man, I'm in touch with, some of the brothers that is involved with the protest. And they was telling me, man, they were saying how originally they were supposed to be taking that protest to the police station.
Yeah.
the man, the tapes, and all that. It was like, but it was a brother on a bullhorn that was trying to galvanize the crowd, and he really helped to take them towards the epicenter. And he was like, he didn't really understand that. He's like, we should be going here, but he went there, and that's when all this shit hit the fan. And the way he said it was brothers from South Carolina. He said Columbia, and I was like, oh yeah. So you got to watch some people, some agents and shit down in Charlotte.
Lord!
But guess what? It was the same dude that you went in on about Solo. We found out it was that same dude.
Wow.
He was down there in Charlotte.
Wow.
And I know you was watching something to see. I was watching CNN like the day after we figured out it was the dude, and CNN was doing their whole little reporting live. We came right across the screen with it, but they gave him a shout out. It was like, and this guy right here with the bullhorn, he's one of the leaders of one of the groups here from the protest.
Wow, dude, when the media starts pointing out to somebody, when they say, hey, this is the leader, follow him, that's a... I done told y'all about the dude. Y'all heard that dude when he called up to my show. Y'all heard how this nigga was sounding.
Right.
The nigga was, everything he was saying was a goddamn lie. This nigga was lying on top of lying. That's exactly what they do. And somebody else told me that it was certain people moving the crowd towards the damn riot police, and so they can be contained. You did?
That same dude, that you went in on with So Love and Charleston was there in Charlotte. Trying to run the whole damn thing.
Wow. Somebody in the room said I look shocked, but not really. Somebody said I look shocked, but not really. I'm so not shocked.
I'm glad I got through, man, because I just wanted to let you know, man. I was like, he must not know nothing about it, because I know you would have discussed it now, but I was like, I got to put you up on that, man. Yes, I was shocked.
Because I saw somebody on TV, and I thought it was him. I'm like, it kind of looked, I saw him from the back, though. I'm like, it kind of looked like old dude, but now you confirmed it, so I'm really not shocked. I'm not shocked at all.
And then I saw some other video, just some like, it might have been his cell phone video, when niggas is looting the Charlotte Hornet store. He got them all on camera. He's like, black power in this motherfucker. Black power in this motherfucker. All he's saying, he ain't looting nothing. He's like, black power in this motherfucker. Black power in this motherfucker.
Getting intel on dudes. And guess what? A lot of folks who were doing that got arrested. A lot of folks, they put those videos out, and those people, you show their faces, there's a whole list of people who done got arrested. They're getting those people who was looting, and he's up here filming them. Goddamn, I done told people about these fucking agents, man. Thanks for the call, brother. Thank you, sir.
No doubt.
Y'all gonna learn, man. I'm so not shocked. That shocked him, dude. There are people out there saying he's doing agent shit. I ain't shocked. The people out there shock him. Y'all know I had a problem with him. He was doing some agent shit when I went to South Carolina. They were plotting to sabotage my lecture. I caught him red-handed. He tried to defend himself on the show. This nigga called up, lying his ass off. Now they're down there in North Carolina, moving the crowd in certain directions strategically. I'm glad my man got through, so we'll know what these folks are doing. Cats are gonna learn. If I say a motherfucker's an agent, and I'm pretty definitive about it, I ain't pulling it out my ass. And yeah, somebody said I'm the king if I told you something. I hate to be on some I told you so shit. Just like with that Soul Love chick. I saw the moment I saw her, I said, Lord, do y'all can't tell this chick is an agent. The minute I saw her, I said, wow. And then weeks later, everybody was like, man, this chick is a goddamn agent. She went and sabotaged everybody's shit. I'm like, y'all really couldn't see that a mile away? Man. But dude was, Shakim was out there moving the crowd around. And when the media points out somebody and says they are a leader, red damn flag. Red flag. What's some signs of a black agent? Number one, if they get access to the media all the time, and the media says that they're a leader, and they keep going on and on and on using the word leader over and over again, that's a red flag. Whenever the media is pointing to any black person and saying over and over that that's a leader, that right there is a red flag. That's a red flag. Because if it's a real leader on a grassroots level, they will demonize them, or they'll call them something else. They'll call them an agitator. They come up with little slick names. So you got to watch that. Just like with D-Ray and Netta and those guys. They always tell you, D-Ray and Netta, those are your leaders. Those are the black leaders. Those are the black leaders. And we know that these people are all intertwined with the government and all that. They're all pushed out there. Another thing, this is another thing too, on the flip side. If they always give camera time to a black person talking real ignorant, that's another thing black folks don't catch. If they always got a black person who always gets camera time, who's talking some, yeah, the white man is the devil, we're gonna get that cracker, black power, black power. If the media keeps showing that person, a lot of times that's an agent too. A lot of times that's an agent too. Somebody in the media yelling black power all the time. That's another thing. Another thing where you can tell if somebody's an agent, if they got a black person out there trying to shift the energy to something else. If you put they got a black person on TV and they're talking about a black issue, and then all of a sudden they start talking about lesbian issues, or they start talking about some feminist issues, just juxtaposing it to black issues, and then they deliberately start talking about, well, the women's groups and the women's rights, and when they start doing that, suspect that that's some agent shit, because they got white women to do that. They never need black women to talk about black women issues, because the white supremacists don't view black men and women differently at all. They don't view us differently at all. They only do that in order to break the energy. And they got people who they know are going to go along with the program to get down like that. So whenever you see somebody who's always trying to take a black issue and shift it into a gender issue and they're black, that's an agent too. Exactly, Texas lady. But yeah, watch out for the cracker type of dude. You see these dudes? Yeah, they're on CNN or Fox News or whatever. Yeah, these crackers, when they doing that, that's on purpose. They'll put them out there so that grassroots people can see that and be like, oh, damn, this brother's about that life. But they make sure that the person is kind of ignorant. They'll give an ignorant motherfucker all types of airtime because they want to attract other ignorant people. So they get other ignorant people who's down for that ignorant person they done propped up. They can keep tabs on everybody. Real heavy stuff, man. But yes, that Shakim dude doing that, going out there. And that's very interesting that a lot of them wanted to go to the police station to protest, which makes sense. And they wanted to, the dude shifted the crowd to go downtown in an area where they can be easily contained. That's some straight up strategic agent shit. That's some straight up strategic agent shit. That's very strategic because you want to keep people down there by the epicenter downtown because number one, they sent the National Guards out there. So the National Guard, when they went out there, they were out there to protect businesses. when the National Guard went out there, their job was to protect property. All that law and order shit, whatever. Their job is to protect property. That is their job. And moving everything downtown in a central location is very important. It's very important because in Charlotte, they wanted to move things. And let me give y'all some game. So I'm glad my brother called up. Certain areas are better militarily to contain people. To have old dude, their street agent, sit up here and tell the crowd, hey, yeah, let's take this shit downtown. Follow me. They go down there to the epicenter, the Omni Hotel in that area, where most of the businesses and the buildings, number one, everything is made of brick and stone, so you can't burn nothing down. Follow me on this. That's very important. It's hard to burn down shit in those type of structures. A lot of downtown structures are designed to resist fire and flooding and earthquakes and natural disasters and shit like that. So get everybody somewhere where the structures are better. Also, down in that area, the 277 freeway, because I remember the freeway being very close to the epicenter, about 3 or 4 blocks. It's very important to be by a freeway. Y'all got to understand the freeway game. Where my Charlotte people? Yeah, concrete ain't flammable. That's the thing. So you can break windows and whatever, but that's going to be minimal. You can break windows and steal shit, but see, they don't want the fires to get popping. So they get you downtown by all those concrete and steel buildings and all that, so you can't burn them down. That's what they really fear, them fires. So they contain you, get you downtown in those structures that can withstand real disasters. And also, they get you by a freeway, so when they want to bring in the National Guard, they bring them in through the freeway. They can shut the freeways down, and the freeways can, they can militarize the freeways. Easy freeway access to get the military in and out. Easy access to get the military in and out. And from what I understand in that area, the 277 freeway is right down there. So they got you. Like a half a block away. Yeah, I remember the freeway being real close to the epicenter. Oh, yeah. That's why they keep black neighborhoods by freeways. Most hoods are by freeways. That's always by design. Most hoods, the hood, so to speak, are by the freeway, by the highway. Like you go down in South Central LA, the projects in all on Imperial Highway, right by the 105. You hop off the 105, Jordan Downs, all that shit. They keep the hood right by the freeway. That's by design. So when black folks start getting rowdy, you can federalize them freeways, get them right up. The Harbor Freeway, exactly. The 110, smack dab in the middle of South Central LA. When shit gets hot, shut them freeways down, bring in the military. And that's what they were doing. That's why they had people push everybody down there by the epicenter. That's a chess move. Y'all got to look at things from a chess perspective. If there's somebody out there like, hey, everybody follow me, man. We're going down here to this street. Like, why are we going there? Just follow me. We're going to bring it to them crackers. Follow me to the epicenter. What the fuck we going to do there? We just going down there. So you can be contained. That was a chess move. That was a chess move, fam. So the thing is, we got to understand, and also the people who said they were going down to the police station. Remember that twerk video I posted of them people out there twerking? That was by the police station. That was by one of them police stations. So they are. By the time you get to the police station and you're angry, they already got a twerk contest out there. That's by design, by the way. That's by design. By the time you get to the police station and you're like, hey, we want justice or whatever, they've already cornered that off with a twerking contest. Those girls twerking, that was by the police station. So they got it all, they got all that shit planned. By the second and third day, they've already, that's why it's pointless to go down to these spots on the second and third day. That's why I don't deal with the riots and the protests and all that. I'm good. Because those shits have already been infiltrated. Half the people in the audience or who's out there protesting, they're undercover agents by that point. They done sent out a bunch of undercovers. They done sent out a bunch of COINTELPRO niggas to act like RBG leaders to move the crowd here and there and to keep the crowd contained. Can a private, I can't go through Shelby, she probably can. Why don't the FBI take Stormfront? Oh, okay. So Renee, was the Betty Shelby connected with Stormfront? Because I don't even know the question you asked. So that's the thing. Black folks, you got to understand war and strategy. Black people have to understand strategy. These people have all types of strategies against black people. Yeah, these protests right now, basically, it's contained. These are, nothing but agents out there at this point. You're just going out there among agents. There's nothing but agents out there. The leaders are agents. The people having the twerk contest, they're agents. You got undercover cops out there, fake protesters, fake leaders, fake feminists out there. It's agent fest out there right now. The free hug nigga, agent fest right now. Yeah, it's a joke at this point. But you can use the coverage of it to bring awareness to a real agenda. That's the only thing you can do. You can try to use coverage to bring awareness to a real agenda. That's the best you can do. But right there in Charlotte now, Agent Fest. Agent Fest. Anyway, man, let me go upstairs, check on my children, see what's going on. My house is hot as hell. Anyway, y'all, it's been good chopping it up with the family. Real good conversation tonight. Let me get out of here. Go to TariqRadio.com to get some of the pay-per-view specials there. Go to HiddenColorsFilm.com. And you know what's funny? Speaking of Hidden Colors Film, when I made that tweet about the Black History Museum talking about how, I'm not really too gung-ho about celebrating or whatever. You know who said something slick? That Jason Whitlock. He kind of made a slick comment towards me on Twitter because of my comment I made about the museum. He was like, Twitter fame, something about some Twitter fame. I'm trying to get Twitter props or some shit he said to that effect. Oh yeah, by the way, with More Us, we're just waiting. We're waiting to get approval from iTunes. So More Us we've submitted it to iTunes already. And we'll hopefully they'll give us approval by tomorrow or whatever, but it should be up any day now on iTunes. And this is the beta testing of More Rust. This is the first draft of it. So this is the bare basics of it so people can sign up. But that's it. We've already submitted it to iTunes. So hopefully it should be up in a couple of days when we get approval from them. And, you know, we will see what's popping. I'll keep you guys posted. But we're gonna get it on the Android later. But Jason Whitlock said something slick. I forgot what the tweet was. Let me quote the tweet so I don't misquote. Hold on one second. I'm gonna quote this tweet that he said to me. Hold on one second. Let me find that tweet Jason Whitlock's ass said. Hold on one second, y'all. Give me one damn second. Okay. Oh, this is what he said. Now, I tweeted, the African American History Museum is cool, but that's like opening up a Holocaust museum in the middle of a Holocaust. Then Jason said, he quoted my tweet, he was like, cyberhuman spins everything negative for Twitter applause. This is what Twitter baits you to do for popularity, retweets, and likes. And I said, somebody get this Uncle Ruckus. And I guess people started warning him Jason Whitlock, he's this Google him. For those who don't know, he's a sports commentator, coon extraordinaire. And I responded, I said, somebody better get this Uncle Ruckus. Then he hit me back like, well, on a positive note, I bought all the original Hidden Colors for everybody in my family. Tone down the Twitter shtick and make good documentaries. Nigga, first of all, nigga, dude, don't come for me if I didn't send for your thick, jolly ass. Brother, I'm gonna let you slide because I always give people warnings. But Jason Whitlock, you don't want it with me. Jason Whitlock, nigga, you so don't want it with me. Y'all better tell him. It's really, brother, you too easy of a damn target. I tried to warn Roland Martin. Brother, Roland didn't take heed to the warnings either. You dig? People tried to warn Roland. They said, Roland, hey, that Tariq ain't somebody you really want to get down with like that. Roland, he a punk. Roland kept going, had to light his little thick ass up. Now, when people look at the couple of roasts I did of Roland Martin, you cannot look. I challenge anybody to look at Roland Martin on TV and not laugh your fucking ass off at this point. You cannot. That's the challenge. Go look at the roasts I did of Roland Martin and then go look at him on TV and see if you won't just laugh your fucking ass off just at the sight of this nigga at this point. Every time Roland Martin comes on TV, we see a commercial and he comes on TV, my whole house just busts out laughing. You can't look at that nigga without just laughing at this point. And I'm not even, I got some more Boule the Bird skits. Tell me y'all don't bust out laughing when you see Roland Martin talking with that damn Ascot on. Tell me. Y'all know good and well you can't take this nigga seriously no more with that ascot and that ball spot and S-curl. You cannot take him seriously no more. Jason, brother, dude, do you know how easy of a target you are, dude? Jason, I know that's your whole shtick. You know, you get around white people and you're the one who talks down and you dress down the black community. That's your thing. You target certain black folks and kind of dress them down for white mommy, white daddy. I ain't the one to come at, bruh. Brother, I'm too petty and you too fucking easy. Nigga, I have no power, zero problem giving you that work, and you too easy. With all the cooning that you do, dude, and as petty as I am, boy, I will have a pig roast all up in here. Jason, don't get too big for your britches. All right? I'm going to let you slide. I'm going to let you slide, brother. But keep my name out your mouth. Jason Whitlock. He gets on TV cooning. Oh, what did he got on TV talking about, because he was shitting on my brother Colin Kaepernick. He was talking about, well, Colin, this is just a fad. What about black on black crime? He's one of them niggas. He's one of them. What about black on black crime? There were 500 people killed in Chicago. What about that? He's one of the, he's that. That old played out coon talk. Oh my God, he's too easy. And he was talking about how it's difficult for black people to get killed by cops. If you're not running from a cop, they're not gonna kill you. You dig? But Jason Whitlock, let it go, dude. Don't go there. Don't make me be petty on you, man. Don't make me be petty on your jolly ass. Dude, you too chunky and easy to clown. Dude, you too easy. I'm like, wow, Roland wouldn't let it go. I kept giving Roland passes. Roland wouldn't let the shit go. Roland, his ego got in the way. I had to light his ass up. The roast I did of him went viral. Go listen to the Roland. That shit is classic. That shit went viral, dude. You dig? No, I'm going to give him a pass. I'm going to give him a pass. I'll give him a pass. I'm going to give the dude a pass. I'm going to give Jason a pass. But, you know, you can't keep running your mouth about people. Just like the Art of War says. You know who you picking a fight with. Know who you trying to battle. Sometimes people you shouldn't be fucking with. And unfortunately, Roland Martin's ass had to learn the hard way. And Roland got this treatment. You see this? Nigga. Roland got that work. Anyway, y'all, let me get out of here, y'all. That's been today's episode of Tariq Radio Show. That's been today's episode. Man. Let me get out of here. Lord. All right, y'all, let me go. Let me go check on my kids. I got to go watch Power, the finale. Anyway, y'all, it's been good. We had some good times tonight chopping it up.